Did you know there are three different men named Ananias in the Bible? It was a common name back then, the Greek version of the Hebrew name Hananiah, which means Yahweh has been gracious. But the stories of these three men are anything but ordinary. Let's dive into the book of Acts to meet them. The first Ananias we encounter is part of a very dramatic story in the early church in Jerusalem. This was a time of incredible unity, where believers sold their property and shared everything so that no one was in need. Everyone brought the money from their sales to the apostles to distribute. But this Ananias, along with his wife Sapphira, decided to hold back some of the money for themselves while pretending to give the full amount. When confronted by Peter, they both lied, not just to men, but to God. The consequence was severe and immediate. They both fell down and died. This shocking event served as a powerful lesson for the early church about the seriousness of hypocrisy and dishonesty before God. Next, we meet a completely different Ananias in Damascus. This Ananias was a faithful disciple of Jesus. He comes into the story right after Saul of Tarsus, the notorious persecutor of Christians, has his blinding encounter with Jesus on the road to Damascus. The Lord appeared to Ananias in a vision and told him to go to a man named Saul and restore his sight. Naturally, Ananias was afraid. He knew exactly who Saul was and what he had come to Damascus to do. But God reassured him, explaining that Saul was his chosen instrument to carry the gospel to the Gentiles, to kings, and to the people of Israel. Trusting God, Ananias went, laid his hands on Saul, and Saul's sight was restored. He was then filled with the Holy Spirit and baptized. This Ananias played a pivotal role in the transformation of Saul the persecutor into Paul the apostle. Finally, the third Ananias was a high priest in Jerusalem. This Ananias, son of Nedebaeus, was known for his cruelty and corruption. We see him during the apostle Paul's trial before the Sanhedrin, as Paul began his defense by stating he had lived with a clear conscience. Ananias, enraged, ordered those standing near Paul to strike him on the mouth. Paul's fiery response was, "God will strike you, you whitewashed wall." He called out the hypocrisy of the high priest who was supposed to uphold the law but was breaking it by ordering an unlawful punishment. This Ananias represents the corrupt religious establishment that stood in opposition to the gospel message. So there you have it. Three men, one name, but vastly different legacies. One a symbol of deceit, one of obedience, and one of corrupt power. It's a fascinating look at how different individuals responded to God's work in the early church. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives